Blacklist. Let's see how they're going to answer back. Here we go, back into the map.
All right, I gotta say this though. ONIC, they have just been... That catchphrase, that the tag is so catchy, man.
Yeah, I agree.
What time is this? ONIC time. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a watch sponsor later on for MPL Season 9.
Makes me wonder though, as we first saw that with the opening, right? But Baloyski, just some pokes coming out in the mid lane, and we know that Rafael as well as Farsa is so strong when it comes to like poking.
Just as we said it, man.
We were talking about this, the Lilia winning that lane matchup. First Blood brought to you by Razor. Wolf, you were saying?
Wow, yeah, it's just all about the pokes, but in top lane, they already have the big poke coming out, but Dilarski.
Oh, a little too deep. Again, it's both teams playing off of different timings. They know that that was the original plan, so they're playing off of their pace. Tempo going over here to ONIC PH, but by a very small margin. Oh, my Venus looking low. Kyrie gets hit. Oh, he's going to be dashed through with a puncture. Pinned down with that Bolas, and there you go. Thorn Rose keeping him in.
Again, ONIC Philippines now with the winning lanes, it's going to be really good for them to look for plays on the map, and this is exactly what they need to keep on doing. Look at Dilarski. He's basically taking all the resources, trying to force Wise to be uncomfortable in his own jungle, and ONIC Philippines, they can look for a fight here. Even though Kyrie has lost a lot of HP, they still have the resources, and there you go. Blacklist, they can't contest without the winning lanes.
Yep, 4 members here. Oh, up top, another one! Marky gives OM his second death in 2 minutes.
This is insane. We spoke about this matchup, but I didn't expect it to be 2 solo kills in the first 2 minutes, man. This is going to be really good. ONIC Philippines are just going to have to capitalize to this constantly, but Blacklist, they need an answer quick.
No, they're making Oh My Venus very busy. It's like a very hectic day for Oh My Venus, as he needed to kind of answer to the turtle fight, which wasn't really reset by ONIC Philippines. And then because of that movement, he didn't have the time to actually help Oheb, and there goes the second kill from Marky into the top lane.
Edward gonna spot him out. Retribution on Kyrie, on point, taking this one. Turtles lane brought to you by the STB. You boys are right. They're gonna try to overload the Queen, and just because of their sheer mechanics and the damage they're putting on so early, 3 minutes in, they're ahead now by 1K. Let's look at the items.
Well, it's just building up now, and Marky getting the Enchanted Talisman before the 3-minute mark. That is crazy. And to think that he didn't even have the mystery shop. This is such a good scaling hero. Even when it's a mage, it will put up some damage in the late game. Great wave clear. And with the Enchanted Talisman, he's going to just spam out all of his skills up top. Make sure that Oheb will not have a good time in the early stages of the game.
The thing is, right now, I feel like ONIC, yes, you said it, overloading the Queen, but they're not just overloading the Queen, they're overloading every single member from the side of Blacklist except for Haji. Wise having trouble in that jungle. Venus going everywhere on the map, forcing something, and even in the 2v1, it's going to be Marky winning out in these trades. This is not good for the side of Blacklist, but again, it is that 7-minute mark that is all about that ultimate bonding experience, all right? When Blacklist gets that power spike, that's when they start to roll again. But they need to be able to stay consistent in the early stages. It won't matter that 7 minutes, yes, it's a power spike, but if ONIC Philippines can just get the huge lead, it won't go to Blacklist at all.
Baloyski got them Spirit Blooms. He's lethal. He feels it. Going cut back through the jungle. Haji. It's interesting how much ONIC PH has rotated and how every time Blacks International might have been a second or two too late, which resulted in this small lead. 20 seconds to the next turtle. Edward getting pinned here by Dilarski and Kyrie falling Star Moon onto that wave. This is a very low kill score game compared to a lot of what we've seen in the playoffs. Right now, look at this. 3 onto Edward. He's looking for refuge. Oh, he's going to let go of this turret down here. Oh, up top! Marky gets blasted by Haji, maximum range. He's fine.
He's fine. He was able to clear the waves as well, but Oh My Venus will go for the reset.
This is the ONIC Philippines special, the banana split once again coming into game number 1. Look at how they're playing the map. They have all these winning lanes. It's going to be hard. Even though Blacklist goes up, Marky, that is why they picked up the Lilia instead of the Lunox. So powerful.
Yep, they didn't need the spike. Here we go. Second turtle up already. Edward putting a few stacks onto the 3 members here. Kyrie dashing on through the wall. He's just moving around. There's a better airstrike. Still Kyrie on point. Getting the second turtle of the game while Hatred puts up a lead wall.
Did you see how Kyrie just danced through it, just used the reset, the factor coming out from both the puncture as well as the Phantom Execution, even using the Thorn Rose as iframe source so that you will not be hit by some of the skill shots of Blacklist International. It's amazing to watch, and they also secured the turtle for that. And ONIC PH really just taking over the map in the first 5 minutes of the game.
That's why they call them the future, man. ONIC Philippines right now, just forcing their gameplay onto Blacklist. 2 more minutes, technically 1 more minute right now to that power spike for the ultimate bonding experience. But at this point, I don't feel like they're going to be able to do anything with that. ONIC Philippines, they can just continually, you know, basically stop the fights from happening based on the pressure they have on the side lanes.
Slowly, something tells me Blacklist may have found the Achilles heel. Maybe by attacking mid, they can actually bear down onto Hatred, but might not be as easy a plan because of how much bottom lane was opened up by Dilarski. But look, there's movements up here. They're waiting. Oh, my Venus finds Marky. Circling Eagle. Bye, Baloyski. They let go underneath the turret. They're pinning down Oe, but Oe Venus. Look at Kyrie from the back. Gets stunned by the Holy Baptism. Forward flicker by Hatred. Takes down Oheb. There's a fight down bottom. Dilarski taken down by Wise. It's a 1-for-1 trade across the map.
It is, but what we gotta take a look at is the side of ONIC Philippines. The way they get the kills is they translate it to instant objectives, whereas Blacklist, they're struggling to keep up in the objective side of the game. ONIC Philippines, yes, 3-1. The kill board isn't that much, but look at the turrets. 2 turrets, 2 turtles. This is why ONIC Philippines have been able to dominate that gold lane, the pure control of the objectives in the game.
And it's crazy to think that ONIC PH, after, you know, Marky really dancing with them. Yeah, it's crazy to think that ONIC Philippines, after getting a kill up top, they put both Hatred as well as Baloyski back to the mid lane because there was a fresh kill of that and they defended.
Oh, wait, Marky may have bitten off more than he could chew. Edward with the flicker forward ionic edge. Hatred punishes him, almost immediately circling Eagle onto Oheb. Not enough damage, burns it down. Kyrie puncturing on through. He's lashing, he's dashing, kills him with the Phantom Execution. Down goes the Filipino sniper.
It looked like it was going to be bad for Kyrie when he missed that Thorn Road. On the bottom side, Wise picks up a kill, and they are getting some kills on the board. But again, these turrets are going to be crucial. Look at the map. All the tier 1s taken down. Only a 2-kill lead for ONIC, but look at the goal. 2,000 already.
Oh my goodness. And looking at ONIC PH, it kind of feels like they're really putting into heart this win condition of shutting down OF. 0-4-1 on the Filipino sniper as ONIC Philippines have taken over this gold lane and might be looking to control this turtle as well.
Oh, charge out of the Soul Blooms. There's the Phantom Execution still kept in check by Kyrie. It's off of cooldown. They'll put up a wall here. Via damage! And there's the Black Shoes. Marky does not want to bite off more than he could chew. They're blasting Edward. All 3 turtles so far taken by ONIC.
Ooh, did you see that tag team coming out from ONIC PH? They poked Oh My Venus, and that's great, right? Because ONIC Philippines, if they poke Blacklist International, they had to go back. And then afterwards, Marky eventually gets there, again forcing skills out of Oh My Venus. That flicker as well as the Holy Baptism, not available in a turtle fight, meant that it's free for ONIC PH.
But look at that, Wolf. Actually, Kyrie, he didn't go for the, he went for the OR axe, and instantly, guess what the second item is? It's a Hunter Strike for this Lancelot. Very, very interesting build coming in for Kyrie. That is a snowballing build. He wants to keep it rolling. He wants the kills to keep on coming.
He wants to make like their mascot. He wants to go fast.
Well, he wants to go. You know, it might be that he is rushing.
Gets caught. Kyrie stunned. Maybe a little too much. Phantom Execution. Iframes on point. The Kyrie killer Kyrie survives.
My goodness. The last time I saw the Hunter Strike was, correct me if I'm wrong, Albert actually played it, Mirko, and
he played that on Paquito, though.
That is, of course, that's one of the builds. But yeah, I did see the Hunter Strike on the Lanza, but it is true. It's dependent on snowballing. And so far, ONIC PH, they're on track for the snowballs, in fact. But this lead, 2.6k, they should not be comfortable with this because if you're looking at Blacklist International, there's decent defense on them through this Farsa as well as this Clint.
Mountain Shocker set up. Blacklist International aware of everyone, and that's going to be Wise. Putting a few beads onto Baloyski. Up top, Edward getting blasted by Hatred. And in comes Kyrie. Hatred secures a kill.
Yeah, again, ONIC Philippines is so good at splitting up the map, but at this point, look, they are stopping their game. Blacklist, even though you're looking at the kills, yes, it is still favoring ONIC Philippines. They are still the ones with map pressure. But look, that is when Blacklist start to come free here. When those tier 1 turrets get taken down, a lot of teams struggle to get the tier 2s because of how good Blacklist International basically manipulate these waves, go for the team fights, and secure the vision in their own jungle. Usually when tier 1s are taken down, that's when the opposing team can just push in your jungle. But Blacklist, they know how to do this. They know how to open up the map very, very well, and this is exactly what you're seeing from them.
Well, just make sure ONIC PH don't give up your mid lane turret. That's having their focus. And just Kyrie just baiting through Blacklist International. But then again, it still is very difficult for ONIC PH to kind of push, because if you're looking at their composition, only Hatred can actually hit turrets. Apart from that, they need to go melee against all these turrets.
Baloyski enters a lethal death push, gets caught by a holy baptism. Kyrie dashing on through. He's used his puncture, his Phantom execution. Blast-wise, Haji answers back with a feathered airstrike, taking one out on the way. Oheb trading out via Baloyski 1-for-1 so far. Both teams disengaged.
That's going to be very worth it for the side of ONIC PH. They got the jungler for the roamer. And one thing I wanted to touch on this before that fight came up. It's going to be really easy for ONIC PH in these team fights. Why? Because all they need to do is target Wise, all right? Wise is the only one with kills on the board. It's time to take a look at the replay and look at what they do. Exactly that, targeting only Wise in these team fights.
And you gotta have to look at Haji, the way he used the flicker to get out of the zone of Kyrie. And then Kyrie also trying to outplay Haji with the Thorn Rose to dodge some of the feathered airstrike, then gets out of the zone of the feathered airstrike. Such mechanics from, former, I would say, the rivals in the jungler role.
Man, again, you see from the kills, 5 total kills for Blacklist, 3 of them picked up by Wise, all right? So this is going to be the fact of the matter. ONIC Philippines, all they need to do is shut Wise down. Oheb is so behind, he basically does no damage at this point.
I was about to bring that up. This whole time, we've left Oheb for what, 5 minutes now? I'm guessing his items must be in void, must have caught up. But ONIC PH, they have a different plan. They're starting up this Lord already. Edward trying to get a visual. Oh my Venus, poising up. This wall here, this bush is dangerous. In goes Marky, eats a few wolves.
Kyrie.
Look at this area from the back line. Wise taken down again. Baloyski traded out. Kyrie falls, and they're still going. They're still deep in. Delarski dancing around Oheb. And that's going to be Edward flickering on out. They're not done. Oheb, he smells blood. He wants to take down Hatred. And they're far too deep in. They disengage. That was an interesting 2-for-2.
What a great 2-for-2. I mean, we know that Blacklist International excels in these kind of clashes, as they really have mastered this Lord fight, and that is what we saw in their series against BTK. They have really bodied BTK in these Lord fights, and so far it has been good. And ONIC, interesting decision to actually go for heroes instead of focusing on the Lord after them starting the Lord themselves.
We need to talk about the win conditions coming in for both of the teams. ONIC PH, look at their heroes. They are ability-based heroes. They are a one and done, all right? They're a hit-and-run composition, whereas Blacklist, they want these fights to go a long distance, maybe all the way to that final moment. Look at their heroes, 2 marksmen and Farsa. These are continuous abilities, continuous basic attacks coming in, they always, you know? So ONIC, what they want to do is go for the hard engage to the back line, destroy that back line, and back away, instantly go for an objective, whereas Blacklist, they want to keep on fighting.
Haji's been just so good with this hero.
Oh, there we go. They're going to come in. They find one. Edward gets jumped on, circling eagle. And the jump in by Delarski. That's going to be the passion. And the holy healing, saving the rest of Blacklist International. Edward's not done. He wants more. They know that they're going for the Lord. Both teams, they know that they have to do this very, very quickly. Edward putting a few stats onto the back. They take down Oheb. Kyrie gets a dash in. Trading out for Baloyski. That's a win for ONIC. Mountain Shocker making sure that it's safe to disengage. Kyrie still pressuring Edward, and it's a clean go. That's Blacklist back on the map, taking a mid lane tier 1.
Remember what I said, prolonged fights is gonna favor Blacklist International. ONIC PH, with this composition, they need to go for the hard lockdown. If not, Blacklist, look what they're able to do. They get 2 turrets off of a fight that was 1-for-1.
Amazing, amazing recovery coming up from Blacklist International, as they did lose an important hero, and that's Oheb. However, with just the decision-making coming up from Blacklist International was just really good, and they disengaged against ONIC PH, healed themselves up, get away from the zone of those dominant sides, those anti-heals coming out from ONIC PH, then fight again. And it really looked wonderful for Blacklist International. They want to go for top, though.
Oh, Kyrie just at the nick of time. Phantom execution out. Mountain Shocker, he's not out of the woods just yet. Oh, Blacklist International, they've built up the confidence. I think they're ready. A very, very small gold lead. 800, you can say. That's Blacklist International starting up the Lord. Edward drawing a perimeter. The Enforcer, the Muscle, keeping all the other members of ONIC PH down. Oh, Baloyski put down to his lowest and taken down by Wise. That's a 1-man advantage for the side of Blacklist. Haji popping the feathered airstrike. Marky looking low. Marky as well flickering on out. No more black shoes here. Oh, they go in. Edward slain right before he can take out Marky. That's 1 for 1 so far. Hatred getting blasted here, and there's an Nibiru's Passion. Wise coming up for the re-engage. That's a jump
Haji's
back.
ult is up.
Haji, he's gonna look for one, blasting him. There's a feather air to the face. Wise secures the kill. It's a 1 for 3 so far, and they take the Lord.
Oh my God, ONIC Philippines, they were so disconnected in that, and the punishment was there for Blacklist International. And unfortunately, Kyrie went for the wraparound, did not hit the Phantom Execution onto Haji. That's why Haji was able to just run away and punish him for his transgressions. And ONIC PH have lost so much of their lead. Blacklist International taking the Enhanced Lord, meaning to say they now have map control.
This is the refined Blacklist that we were all talking about back in the BTK matchup. Blacklist, look at how well they're able to play. ONIC Philippines, for the first few minutes, were the ones pushing their playstyle onto Blacklist, but they did not crack. They waited up until that Ube strat could work. It didn't work in the 7 minutes because they were so behind, but now, look at these items, look at these heroes. They finally scaled up through the farming on the cross-map plays, and they are the ones pushing ONIC Philippines to play their way. They have nowhere to go at this point. They can only follow Blacklist tempo.
I put a name to this when we saw it happen against BTK. It was called the rubber banding effect. Blacklist was rubber banding, and they were just waiting, and now this is their game to lose. Look at this, Luminous Lord marching down through bottom. They are setting it up, feathered airstrike, blasted on the 4 members of ONIC PH, and they're gonna take that inhibitor down bottom. Look at the discipline, catching one. Dilarski with the Holy Baptism. Mid's gonna get taken down as well. Oheb takes it, the Filipino sniper. Pew pew!
This is going to be insane right now. Look, the 2,000 goalie for ONIC Philippines, it felt like it didn't even exist at this point. 4,000 for Blacklist. They're cracking in the base.
Look at this calculated assault. Wise coming in, threatening the passive tick onto Marky, and they're still here. They are not letting go. They know that there's ults on the side of Blacks International, and they give full respect. Mountain Shocker keeping him in place. They might try to look for a kill here onto Dilarski. He's low, down to a third of his health. Circling Eagle by Bolonski into the back line. He's going to get punished. Kyrie. Immortality. Looking for Kyrie. He's looking for heads. There's a feather airstrike. Wise goes down. 2 go down, 1 for 1 so far, and Dilarski jumping on. That's going to be another one taken down. Haji from Baloyski, and it's Edward. He's running, he's buying time. Here comes Oheb, and Oh My Venus going to go for the fire back. That's Marky catching a bullet. Baloyski, he's still going to go down. The Filipino sniper gets ahead. Marky pops the black shoes. He's okay. 3 on 3 still inside ONIC PH's base.
This is insane. The prolonged fights once again with Oheb just standing in that back line, and look how this fight is going to go again.
Oh, they're still going. Holy Baptism catches Dilarski, and he's still dancing around, giving him shields and taking down the Queen. Popping the Immortality, and the Nibiru's Passion. Point blank, Marky secures the kill. Edward and Oheb may have overstayed their welcome. They disengage. There's a heal from Edward. He's still pushing his luck. He's still going. Dilarski gonna dance around. Both of them still have immortalities. We get a reset.
18 minutes in, and what a game do we have on our hands. Look at the scoreboard. Dead even, 13-14. 2,000 gold lead though for the side of Blacklist. Now what ONIC needs to do is, again, target that back line. It's very easy to say. It's very hard to do considering the front line and the peel from the side of Blacklist. Look at the items right now. What can you see?
Oh, well, I can see that there is Wind of Transient on side of Hatred, and they're freshly picked up Wind of Nature for both Wise and Hatred. This was fresh off Wise, and this is perfect against Hatred as well as Kyrie. As we can see that Kyrie really would like to go for Wise all the time.
Goes in, circling Eagle on to Wise. A false engage. Dilarski goes back with the Falling Star Moon. Edward pushing them back.
Oh, this is ONIC PH. I wonder why they thought that. Maybe they're just threatening for kills as Kyrie is just waiting for farm onto the other side of the map. But Blacklist International, they do have the advantage of all of the minions just pressing against ONIC PH without the inhibitor turret.
At this point of the game, ONIC Philippines, they need to micromanage so many things, you know? 3 lanes basically constantly going to be pushing in with those super minions activated from those inhibitors, as now Lord spawns by TikTok Live. How are they going to contest for this? Blacklist, they are better in the prolonged fights, in the poke division as well. ONIC will need to pull out some crazy fights, maybe even some miracle plays to be able to make that happen.
Miracle plays. We'll see if ONIC PH is known for that, but Blacklist International, they're so composed.
Circling Eagle onto 1. They might get it off of this odd entry by Edward, but they're not going to let that happen. Not so easily. Mountain Shocker. You always have to remember, Blacks International has that one tool to know exactly where everyone is. So the wraparound, that isolated catch, not so easy.
Again, ONIC Philippines forcing these out, you know. Like you said, This is what they do. And literally right now, 20 minutes in, they need to keep on forcing this because look at the build-ups in the waves. From the bottom side, Marky, oh my god.
Marky, Mountain Shocker, everything is a threat here right now. The range game on Blacklist International is huge as they take the Lord in the blink of an eye. ONIC, no time to respond. Dilarski gets the Immortality Bomb. Circling Eagle by Beloisi, keeping Edward in check.
Wow.
Down goes the Esmeralda. Wise takes the kill. And right now, even Hatred suffers a death. Down goes the Beatrix. The Filipino sniper gets one. Kyrie falls as well. It's only Marky left. The Lord and Blacklist marching into their base. Ladies and gentlemen, we have ourselves game number 1. Marky goes. Blacklist takes it 1-0.
Again, the Lord fight. I think that this game will go for either Haji or Edward. Edward was able to just make sure that ONIC PH is in check and they know where they are. They don't even need to pop the Mountain Shocker to know where the members of ONIC PH are. It's just side of Blacklist International. It's a one-size-fits-all kind of hero. When it comes to the mid lane choices, Farsa has been one of the top priorities for teams because it is a hero that normally doesn't get banned out, and it's actually, you know, it fits almost all of the strategies because of that wave clear as well as the long-range vision that you get out, and there's also a stun. It's just really so much value for Blacklist International. To top it all off, ONIC PH went for a double marksman setup, which, you know, Farsa loves to play in those kind of situations.
She just melts him. She just puts him down. But here we go. Wolf just explained exactly why Farsa is so important in the current metagame as she was years ago. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to game number 2, Blacklist International versus ONIC PH. It is indeed going to be a mid-lane Paquito, and I feel like it's going to play the same role as a mid-lane Cho without the CC, but more of a re-engaged tool.
Let's see, again, Beloisi is going to be instantly in that top side towards Marky. I mean, this is technically
Look
what
at
you
that.
need. Yeah, all right. Marky's picking up that gold buff, and happy feet.
Yep. You have to time it between the Renner Blast from Oheb, who is very, very good at doing that, stealing things from out of nowhere, from other people's noses. I'm wondering when Venus is going to do the same, when Venus is going to go help out. Actually,
Haji.
not just Haji here as well. It's a 3v1. Marky may have gone trapped, uses the flicker already, and the stun, and speeding him up, and there's the kill. First blood, brought to you by Razor, goes on over to Oheb.
Yep, very overzealous there, very overextended for Marky. He knew that Beloisi was no longer there. Technically, if Beloisi was still there, they could have gone for something. But again, yeah, Beloisi has other things on his plate. He needs to be able to secure these positions and open up the map. And there you go, Kyrie going into the enemy jungle.
Yep. Well, that's what Weiss also did.
Here comes a swing back. Level 4 Kyrie jumping in. Oheb looking low. Flicker already used up. Hatred dashing in, takes a few hits, and they disengage.
Yep. Might be pressuring the mid lane as well, as look at this Uranus just being a problem against this Yu Zhong. It's actually, when it comes to the Yu Zhong versus the Uranus, what the Uranus can do is just to cut the waves and actually not engage against the Yu Zhong, and might win that fight because of that.
Oh, Black Dragon form used up by Dilarski already. Haji retreating. Turtle secured here by the STB with the help of Kyrie. And that's going to be one down. Wise. Traded out for Beloisi. Better airstrike by Haji. Dilarski taking a few hits, and they go ahead and retreat. Huge trade though. Huge swings on the map.
Yeah, that's really good for the side of Blacklist International. Sure, ONIC PH, they were able to steal away the turtle. That actually, now I'm confused. Because it's good for both of them, right? Kyrie getting the assist, getting that turtle, and also just scaling really well right now over than, you know, better than Wise at this point. If you can take a look at the items, he's already building towards, oh, wait a minute.
Venus taken down. You were saying Warax.
Yeah, all right. So he's already building towards that Warax. And again, for Yi Sun Shin, this is one of the crucial items that you need to get early on to secure that. Those stacks are going to matter a lot, that movement speed. In the team fights, in the push, everything you do, it is going to rely on that right now. And ONIC Philippines, they need to just keep on scaling until those item power spikes hit.
Yep, and which really makes me think that ONIC PH will try to play this slowly. As long as they're keeping their turrets, they're fine. Make sure that the mid-lane turret will not be touched by Blacklist International. However, Blacklist International, they're just going to be waiting for their timing as well. Again, if there are 2 items available for Oheb, I'm assuming this will be the Demon Hunter Sword after the Blade of Despair. Combo that up with Haji's damage out from the Clock of Destiny and the Truncheon. The siege potential from Blacklist International, especially with 2 frontliners, it's gonna be great. And ONIC PH, they don't have the wave clear to stop that from happening.
And again, just in that moment earlier, this fight down here, it's a dance-off. It's 2 very chunky heroes going in mid, Haji alone, able to fight off 3 and clear the wave. That's how important the Farsa is in this game, and that's how great the wave clear is for Blacklist International at this current stage of the game. 4 minutes in. ONIC PH, they want to set something up. They're blasting Haji from the bottom. Kairi, he still has his skateboard, his eponymous skateboard.
Yeah. I think he's waiting for his purple buff, and then the turtle will appear in 3 seconds. Edward most likely will just proxy the wave, just cut it out. Or maybe even join the fight. He's actually coming forward and might be joining the fight.
Watch out! They start with a feather airstrike. 4 men from Blacklist International set up for the second turtle. Mountain Chakra, they know exactly where everyone is. Delarski coming in with the Black Dragon form, catches the Queen, circling Eagle, answering back, and they catch so many bullets from Oheb. That's going to be 1 down. It's a trade, 2 for 1. Wise, be Wise traded for Delarski, and they're not done. They're not done. Marky tries to blast down Edward, and they disengage. So far, ONIC PH able to get away scot-free.
Yeah, and not just that, they get the turtle, and now they're pushing in. Again, remember, ONIC PH, they have this composition which is actually kind of weaker here in the early stages. Managing to get the lead is going to be insane. Just going even alone, or maybe even 1,000 gold behind, is going to be fine for them. But guess what? They are in the lead right now, picking up the good fights, and look at how they're playing these team fights. Perfection. The winning condition really shining through here for ONIC.
And that's because of this Yu Zhang coming up from Delarski. He did die in the clash, but he would manage to find Wise as well as Oh My Venus, and then eventually shut down Haji from popping off that feathered airstrike, and now they are beating him indeed.
They're finding him, and it's a 2v1 in mid and in top. They've switched their lanes after the second turtle, and Kairi coming in, threatening a kill onto Edward. Same story, bottom lane, and off-camera kill. Down goes Baloyski, courtesy of Wise. Edward, he's okay, confident he's not gonna die. Take that. Tier 1 up top.
Yeah, absolutely. And now with the tier 1 up top, it is going to set up for the next turtle. But Blacklist, they are looking for the trade. Marky getting sniped. And this is where he needs to recall. Nope, he cancels it. Wise and Venus.
He's sandwiched. It's too much to survive. Wise gets that. And they will convert directly into this tier 1.
Well, let's see what happens here, though.
Oh, Detna's welcome. Get in my belly. Flicker already used up. Baloysi getting it spotted here. Wise still stomping away. They retreat.
What a great pickoff coming up from Blacklist International. Because of the death of Baloyski in the mid lane, was no one to actually supply the vision for ONIC PH to guard the side of Marky. And Blacklist International took full advantage of that.
Hatred so close to biting it. The huge range on this feathered airstrike up top. Delarski still trying to take down Edward. It's Baloyski and Delarski, the Ski Brothers. Here comes the rest of Blacklist International. Circling Eagle, Black Dragon form. They answer back. Oheb with the passion, blasting him with that SMG. And look at this Delarski, he's low. He's right in the middle of all of them. Taken down by the sniper, point blank. Baloyski blasting away. Kairi secures a third turtle. Was that worth it? A body for the turtle.
At this point for ONIC PH, that's okay. As long as it's not Marky. Hatred.
Swing back, they answer. Edward puts a few stacks of the Ionic Edge. Marky to the rescue, cutting this team fight short.
Yeah, as I was saying, it's going to be a good trade because of the fact that it's not Marky who's dying in these fights. As long as Marky as well as Kairi are okay, are getting all of these farm, it's okay. But then again, you have to be careful if you're Delarski. Maybe that's their last death. Eventually, ONIC PH will rely on the tankiness of both Baloyski and Delarski. Both of them not having the best kind of tank ability, but that is the best that ONIC PH can rely on in this game. Eventually, the lineup of Blacklist International can burst down these fighters, so you have to take note of not dying so that you get the farm for all those defensive items.
Oh, Wise already starting up with the Detna's welcome, cancels it. In goes Marky. That's going to be a forward entropy, and down goes Wise. Enough firepower to go for the counter engage as Haji puts up a defensive feathered airstrike. They're not done though. The Queen says we can take this. The Queen says we can try to take this. And they're going to go ahead and defend bottom lane. Oh, Kairi going to get sandwiched. And he's going to use the passive. Crits onto the Filipino sniper. 2 free kills plus a turret down bottom. ONIC PH back on the map.
Like we said in the draft, it is this Yu Zhang that's just been crucial in these team fights. Look at the timing that Delarski is able to use that Black Dragon form. He didn't do it initially. He waited up until Farsa was in position, then he pops it. That's where Haji, he just can't go for that feathered airstrike anymore. Now with the Lightning Truncheon build, he will do a significant more damage, but the thing is, When are you going to use that ultimate? You have to have that perfect timing and the perfect positioning. That's not going to happen, man. Delarski is just so on point with this Black Dragon form, and they're already using those pushes, those sieges, utilizing the Natan and that Isun Shin.
Watch out for the map. It's a little bit of a split push for ONIC PH as they want to use Hatred on the mid lane role to show the minion waves up top.
Oh, it's a full-on engage as Delarski has to use the Black Dragon form on a defensive way, and he's taken out by Wise on the retreat. No punish at all on the side of ONIC PH as Boloisi gets stunned and still survives. Uses that flicker at the nick of time. But Lord here taken down to almost half health. Here comes Hatred. Walks into a 4-man, a 3-man. He's dashing around. Mountain Shocker. Kyrie trying to keep his mid laner alive. Feathered Airstrike set in. And Hatred from the north takes him down. Traded for his own life. It's a messy team fight for Blacklist and ONIC. Neither want to give up this Lord.
Well played by ONIC Philippines. That should have been them losing every single time with Delarski dead. But look at the way they're able to just save time, get some time on the board for Delarski to spawn back. Sure, that was Hatred picked up, but it's a mid lane for the mid lane. Now with Delarski here, it is going to be much, much better for the side of ONIC PH.
Oh man, this is crazy as Delarski really just relies on this Yu Zhang ultimate to really mess up with against Blacklist International. And then, of course, Hatred sniping Haji. Was it worth it? Because they still lost one hero for that. So 1-for-1 trade-off. I guess the answer is yes, because at least they stopped the Lord take from Blacklist International. But you have to be very careful about ONIC PH. Blacklist International is a team that really punishes those trades. When the trades look favorable for ONIC PH, it seems like Blacklist International just finding ways to even up the trade or even just one-up ONIC PH because of their small movements in the game. For example, really just poking this Delarski Yuzong to the point where he's forced to use the ultimate.
Now let's take a look at the items here with Kyrie building up already the BOD, alright? This is where he is going to be so powerful. Maybe next item is going to be the Malefic Roar or the DHS considered. Yeah, it's going to be either one, alright? It's preference for the side of ONIC PH.
Oh, starting it up with the Feathered Airstrike.
Not good.
Not good. I mean, it was used for vision. They do have that. They need that to be able to open up the map. And Haji spotted by Marky. That's a lot of damage, but Boloisi will not fully commit. Maybe once bitten, twice shy, Boloisi.
Yeah. There was a time where Marky is called the bad boy by Mr. Manjin himself, and that is the reason why.
Here we go. Circling Eagle plus the Black Dragon form Lord at about a fifth of its health. Wise Detona's welcome. Answers back. Kyrie gets blasted with the Feathered Airstrike. That's the Lord secured by the Queen. There's a knockup. 3 down for the side of ONIC PH. Blacklist International punishes the micro mistakes as Boloisi bites it. Edward takes his head. It's only one left. It's just Hatred.
A huge mistake for ONIC PH. Not just the timing of that fight, but look at the members. Hatred was nowhere near that Lord, and they still forced it out. That was them getting overzealous, greedy, and Blacklist will completely just punish them.
Oh my god, it's not an enhanced Lord, but there's no wave clear. Again, the problem for ONIC PH,
they can end.
They don't have the wave clear. They have Marky this time.
Hatred catches way too much via the Feather Airstrike and the Nibiru's Passion. Mountain Shocker to help clear the waves and push back Blacklist. It's not going to end. Not here.
That is going to be so bad for ONIC PH, man. They've lost that inhibitor turret in the mid lane. Remember, the side lanes are bad, but that mid lane is going to be bad, even worse here, as they're just, wait, they might just go in for the
They're
push.
not letting go. Look at where Edward is. He's putting so many stacks on the people. Feathered Airstrike one more time. Boloisi caught out of home. There's a Tona's welcome. Get in my belly and down under the ground. Wise takes him, as well as the inhibitor turret down bottom. Top lane going to be next up on the docket for Blacklist International. They are calculated. They are taking down these turrets surgically precise. There's another Feathered Airstrike. Does this thing not have a cooldown? Black Dragon form force out of Delarski. They're bursting him down. He's gonna survive. There's a Mount Shocker landing on all 5 members of Blacklist International, but they're not done. Hatred weaving in and out, stinging like a bee. There's a knockup. Down goes Edward. Huge punish from ONIC, but the Filipino sniper takes one from the back. Pew! Ow! Kyrie goes down. Delarski as well. 3 defenders left, but it's not done. Not quite yet. As Hatred gets taken down again. Oheb dual wielding, taking him down with Nibiru, circling Eagle by Baloyski. He's caught out. Second time in the past 2 minutes. He's still alive. They were trying to distract him, but it's not gonna happen. Marky gets taken down by Haji. Max range. Ladies and gentlemen, that's a wipeout. Game number 2 going over to Blacklist International.
The Filipino sniper, what was that? Look at him, he's hyped. Don't give this man a hero with guns. Ban out the Clint, ban out the Beatrix. At this point, ban out the Layla from this man.
And I was really just amazed on how Edward used this Uranus. That Lord fight, that crucial Lord fight, I will credit it once again to both Edward.
Respect right there. And man, based on the draft, I feel like both have a very good draft. It's all gonna come down to the execution, but one thing I'm scared of is ONIC PH, they usually just really like to play on with those winning lanes. Now, with this draft, you can kind of say that their winning lane, I don't know about it.
I think that my guess is Farsa is going
Farsa,
into the gold lane.
Farsa is
Yeah, confirmed Farsa is gold lane, and then we're gonna see that trademark Cho in mid for Hatred. And, you know, as for Blacklist, we already confirmed it. Haji on the Beatrix. Let's see how this performs in game number 3 in this best of 7 for the World Championship. ONIC PH versus Blacklist International. I'm loving it.
Well, who would have thought that we'll go back in 2021 for a double tank setup in the mid lane? And the support roles, right?
Wait a minute.
It has been a long time.
Haji blasting away at Baloyski, forcing out that flicker. Oh my Venus puts in a little more just to make sure. Forcing out an early recall down bottom, but here in this lane, close. He's gonna get denied. His gold cart barely gets it. Marky with the wings by wings, scaring him to death. Almost to death.
Oh, look at the Barats. I think he's gonna make a move on to Farsa.
Low. That's a 2v1 down there. Kairi using that passive so perfectly. They're gonna get first blood on the Marky.
No
A
way.
surprising amount of damage on the Barats. Kairi traces this away too much. It's a double kill for the big Dino on Wise.
Ultimate bonding experience. That is the name of the game. What the heck was that? I'm lost for words right now. Wise.
That's a massive lead, man. Wise was just phenomenal, using the so-called teamwork as well as the big guy passive. And ONIC PH made a mistake trying to go close range against the Barats. That's what you never want to do. Surely you have the passive from Wise, from Yi Sun Shin, but both Farsa as well as this Yi Sun Shin so low makes it so that just one kill for Wise will proc the killing spree and eventually will win the 2v1.
Not to mention the holy healing. So yeah, perfectly put. It's a mini ultimate bonding experience, but it was so clutch. 1,000 gold ahead already. Blacks International not even starting up this turtle. They're gonna pull it over to their end of this nest. Mountain Shocker checking where everyone is. Edward gonna try to keep Delarski at bay. Here's all 4 members wailing away. Oh, maximum range on this turret, and that's going to be Detna's welcome. Getting Mobile, throwing him into a wall. Kairi gonna secure it, bombs away. Haji throws out.
Edward?
No caution to the wind. That's Kairi taken down, traded out for Edward. 2 for 1 so far. Baloyski falls. Blacklist International securing the body count, but gives up the turtle. Was that worth it?
Definitely not for ONIC PH, for sure. They get the turtle, surely. But then again, Blacklist International, again with the baits, they lure ONIC PH into that spot once again where they were clumped out together. And with the AoE from Blacklist International, it's just way too good of a damage. And the fact that they also had to use Marky into the mid lane.
Face check into that Numenon blast, and Delarski punishing them, putting so many stacks on that Ionic Edge. Spots out the Queen. He's not done. He's gonna try to take down this Rafaela. Holy healing. Detna's welcome. Delarski purifies, and let's go. Wolf, you were saying?
Yeah. They had to use the Farsa into the mid lane, which kind of left Ohem free with at least 2 lanes.
Finally gets it. So there's a little bit of delayed gratification for ONIC.
Look at that face, Marky, with the smirk right there. He's so happy about that. But again, Blacklist International now early on already pushing in the pace. This is not going to be good. Wait a minute.
Oh, that's going to be a fight here in the purple buff. A punish onto the attempted steal and invade. Wow, again, it's a holy healing and the killing spree. Deadly combo.
So fixated into trying to punish Wise this time, and so far, Wise has been winning all of them. 3-0-1 on this Barrett's with the help of Oh My Venus, just not leaving this. This is, again, Rafaela and Barrett's combination. And Blacklist International are really the big proponents of this, and they have mastered it so well.
Well, let's see right now. Blacklist International going in with the winning lanes, able to get so much done on the map. Again, this is one of the critical elements that made ONIC PH such a force in that upper brackets. The winning lanes that are able to set up for the turtle, for that neutral objectives, the banana split, remember. And now Blacklist with their own winning lanes and their winning jungler. It's so hard for ONIC Philippines to just crack open and just play their game. The banana split hasn't been a thing since game 2.
Yep, in a vacuum, yes, ONIC is winning the lanes 1v1. Dilarski dictating the pace, I mean, kicking Edward out of his lane. But when it comes to these exchanges, I mean, Blacklist International just winning completely, securing that turtle, forcing Boloyski away, and in this case, it's fine. Edward looking low, Dilarski gets a kill. Haji unable to protect his Esmeralda. They're gonna have to disengage here, and look how deep ONIC is.
Yeah, again, ONIC Philippines, this is what they need to do. They need to start to play their own game, play their game. Oh no!
Boloyski taking down the shield was not enough to protect him, plus the tenacity. Haji on this Beatrix, something else.
This was far too low. I think it's again Wise just running literally over this Lolita, and Lolita cannot stop the damage output coming out from Wise. And they're just using this Barats with the turtle buff so well, and look at how much chunk, how big of a chunk of a damage he deals against all of these heroes. That's the strength of a jungle Barats, and with the Rafaela to help him out with more movement speed, and then eventually the War Axe rocking, it just makes so much place for the team. And eventually, we just talked about it, 2 sentences, and eventually Blacklist gets a push up the bottom lane.
You're right, Marky has to be present. If not, they'll just suffer the same consequences. Wise trampling over them with this Barat, so they have to perfectly time these team fights. I'm guessing Kyrie has to be on point every time.
Yeah, finally now, it's actually a switch, right? Usually we see ONIC PH, the ones with the early lead. Oh my goodness, picking up another kill on the board, and they're looking for more here. ONIC Philippines on the other map, on the other side, I mean.
That's it. Haji goes for the rage, and there's a way of the dragon, but they just served him up to Kyrie. Edward pushing them back. Boloyski with the Numenon Blast. Trapped between 3 members. They're going to try to get this kill. And there's the rage. There's the passion. And there's a trade so far. 1 for 2. Haji goes down. Cleared out for Edward. And they're just pushing in. So many turrets going down. Top, bottom, mid. Only going to be stopped by Marky. Wings by wings away. Here comes Oh My Venus and Edward biting down. Marky's going to survive this one. Mountain Shocker. Oh My Venus catches a few. But Wise is going to steal away this orange.
Oh my goodness. Total map control for the side of Blacklist International, as Oheb is now freely farming around. When Blacklist International makes a play on the opposite side of the map, there is Oheb just taking turrets, and now they are farmed up. 4,000 gold lead for Blacklist International.
2 levels right now for Wise on top of Kyrie. Oh, Hatred.
Okay.
Way of the Dragon by Hatred. That's Oheb catches the Space Time Walker. Oh, Numenon Blast, no one home. That's going to be the turtle. Prioritized here by Yi Shin. ONIC PH gets it, but at what cost? His life! Edward takes down Kyrie. Boloyski and Dilarski are running. Here comes Edward dancing around Boloyski. Put up a shield. I'm gonna eat it. Dilarski as well. There's a holy healing, stunning the Uranus. Look at the damage coming in from Marky. Blasting away at the Esmeralda. He's dancing away, prancing to safety. And Wise looking to punish. He's gonna stomp down onto this Uranus. And here comes Edward and Haji. Answering back. Renner from Haji. And there's a jump falling star move from behind the turret. Hatred looking for a target. Knocks up Wise. Answers Deathless Welcome and the Way of the Dragon. He still eats him up though. Num 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 num. Down goes the Barats. Venus goes as well. What a re-engage and a counter initiation by ONIC, resulting in a 2 for none.
What the heck is happening now? Both of the teams going turn after turn again. Both of the sides just baiting it out, and now we are going to take a look at a replay here, Wolf.
Yeah, I think this is where we are going to see where that double stun came from. We gotta have to give it to Hatred, that catching Wise off and then delaying this Way of the Dragon for a little bit so that they can catch up. Eventually, there's the stun. It came from both Boloyski as well as Marky. And then eventually, they just took 2 heroes, cutting down the deficit to just 800 and getting the mid lane turret as well. Bottom lane push, ONIC PH have recovered. And it was off of them just trying to win the fights. The extended fights now, Blacklist International lost.
Marky was the MVP in that fight, man. You see the The positioning of that man going over the wall from the orange buff, actually. Not getting caught in the choke point that Blacklist International set up with that Nibiru's passion. But now, Blacklist 4,000 gold lead, already down to a 700. This is where ONIC PH can look for some fights, can look for that banana split.
Yep, they closed the gap, and after 2 games, they finally figured out this fluid type of team play, this counter-engage frontliner light strategy, but actually they have to invest in a Lolita and a Uranus to get it. But again, 3rd time's a charm. They might turn this around. 9 minutes, 30 seconds in. Blacklist retains their gold lead, keeping it at about 1,000, keeping that gap open. What's next here? Who do they target? I'm talking about Blacklist International because it looks like it's going to be Beloyski. Detna's welcome into that Lolita. Is this a fight that Wise wants to take? Numinum Blast onto the big dino. Kyrie takes him down.
Very nice pick off for the side of ONIC PH, and this is exactly where they find... Oh!
Oh, Haji! Flame shot from down south, taking down that Beatrix.
Oh my god, Marky! The snipe from downtown as they're gonna look for the Lord. But yes, what I wanted to mention is this is where they're most comfortable, right? ONIC PH with the lead and going banana split. Larski on the Uranus just being such a nuisance, distracting every single member. And look, objectives coming in their way. This is the ONIC PH I expected to see in game 1.
Hatred finds one with the feathered airstrike response by Marky, zoning away Blacklist International. And now, with that 1 win, I mean, they did get a Lord here. They're backed on the lead. ONIC PH about 2K.
You know how they found the kill onto Wise? Wise was quite deep, yeah, but sure. But ONIC PH normally will not take the fight because that's a bad anyways. Hatred actually spotted out both Oheb as well as Oh My Venus, and he actually wasn't found by both Oheb and Oh My Venus. That little opening, that little information that ONIC PH was able to get and read onto Blacklist International allowed them to make a play against this Wise Barrett, and then eventually the fight.
And that's exactly how ONIC should be playing, right? Answering heroes on a multiple level scale. Trade up. Trade up. In that sense, it was Hatred who won, and now it's the Uranus on Dilarski down bottom. You have to really check him out.
Marky.
What was that?
The damage from Marky. That's just Marky.
No, not just the damage. He's playing.
He actually...
He's playing like a Forza. He's playing like a brawler, a fighter. He's going in 1v5.
He flew. He used his mobility tool
to engage.
Check down bottom. Haji's in trouble. Oh, uses that Purify to protect himself. They're going to go ahead and take down a turret in mid. Now going to be the inhibitor in mid as well. So that's tier 2. And all tier 3s, they're all inside the base now. Beloysi catches quite a bit. Might have been too much. Flicker already used up. Holy healing by Oh My Venus. Detna's welcome. Dilarski purifying. No, actually just staying alive. It's a cancelled engage by Blacklist International. And it's enough. Marky is just so ahead here. Even sitting at 3-1-5. He's playing like he's 6-0-3.
Gonna have to give it to Beloyski, though. He's very brave against Blacklist International. He's already at 4 deaths. Has to be very careful, actually. But I think he knows his limits. Does have the Athena shield now on top of the grass.
Finds one way the dragon into him. The perfect assassination. Execution at its excellent. And that's going to be one traded out, though. I mean, worth it if you're going to be taken down. The marksman, but look at this jump by Edward. Falling Star Moon onto Marky, shutting down the Farsa 2 for 2. It's getting messy, but it's what they need to close the gap.
Yeah, ONIC Philippines, this is exactly what they need. Make it messy because inside of Blacklist International, they want to make it just very organized, play with the ultimate bonding experience. And honestly, that is why is that so surprising to us? Because we've seen more tank shows, more like semi-tank shows in this tournament. Finally seeing someone with high and dry and that much damage, able to just one-shot Oheb, that's something that's so unnatural to us, to our eyes right now.
And I would really have to give it to Hatred. He probably have played it so much. He knows exactly how much damage he's able to get. I mean, nobody would have jumped against 3 members of Blacklist International to think that there is a Rafaela to really sustain that guy. But Hatred knows that with his high and dry, he's going to be able to get kills. Beloyski is far from home as well as Hatred, but...
There you go, spotted out. He knows exactly where everyone is.
No, set it up.
On to 3. Here comes Hatred from the back. Taken down. Oheb serving you up to Kyrie. And now Wise caught out in the middle of 3. Another way of the dragon onto the big dino. Marky answers back with a feathered airstrike. Down goes Wise. Trade 1 for 2 so far. Marky getting danced on. Taken down by Haji. And now Edward going to be protected. But yes, top lane is getting pushed in. Edward's still onto Beloyski here. And this is exactly where Beloyski wants him.
Wait a minute.
And they let go. Oh,
That's the
Hatred.
split. Hatred though.
Hatred. Oh.
It's gonna be checked by One Venus.
Spotted. Spotted.
Look at just one attack with only fast. Just almost clears the card.
It's not over.
They're not done. Dilarski slowing down Haji. There's the Nibiru's passion.
Oh.
Haji looking away of the dragon. Oh, the stacks as well. Down he goes. Maloyski. Hatred still alive. Edward looking for him. Numenon Blast unable to keep Oh My Venus down.
No way he
And
gets out.
Hatred outplaying him with the flicker. And there's the Falling Star Moon. Enough for Edward to take him down. So messy. So many team fights happening at the same time. Dilarski chasing him down. And I think we're going to slow down here. Pace yourselves, boys.
Nope, we're not.
We're not.
Nope, it's just Dilarski buying time. And there's the answer by Marky. Feathered Airstrike plus the flame shot into the dark.
Wise.
Entropy, switching it up, and okay, they disperse.
Oh.
Disperse finally. But then again, I think this is an opening for Blacklist International to actually take the Lord. They know that the Feather Dare Strike is not yet available. So that is really the call here, but it will be spotted out. Oheb as well as Wise, they deal so much damage onto the Lord, and Oh My Venus, as I said, we're just zoning them out. Great call from Blacklist International.
Red team has
My
slain the
God,
Lord.
the way they chain these events together is just so unnatural, so well done by Blacklist International. But now it's time to take a look, deep dive at the items. Now we finally know why Hatred's doing that much. The Blade of Heptases and the BOD. This is a full damage show. But that last item, he was building a little bit defensively now. Boloyski finishing up that dominance ice as well. At this point, we're talking about the late game. Who has it?
I can easily say it's Blacklist International. They have two
wait,
marksmen.
wait.
And no, they're trapped. What a pincer maneuver from Blacklist.
Oh, they're gonna get Marky here and Dilarski. Boloyski still has a chance to retreat, putting up that shield.
Oh.
They let go, and top lane. You gotta watch top lane.
Marky,
in mid.
Marky.
This is very fast. Marky gets taken down. Too late. Charging up the Numenon Blast. Oheb. Forward Entropy, in this case backward, trying to chase down Dilarski. And Edward goes to answer the show up top.
Somebody has to stop this bottom lane push.
No
Blue
one's going to.
team
No one
base turret
can
has
to.
been
Wait a
destroyed.
minute. Boloyski, he's not going for the Lord. He's going for a fight.
Yeah, because Kyrie made the call and Haji answers back with a Nibiru's passion. But the damage is done. The damage is done. They get bottom lane inhibitor.
Oh, what a sneak coming out from Blacklist International. A great read, knowing that ONIC PH cannot engage anymore. And we're talking about scaling, right? Mirko, you asked this question. I would say it's easy for Blacklist International to take it. Then again, if you're looking at their itemization, it also amplifies that fact because now they have a Healer Shield
Blue
across
team turret has
Oheb and
been
White,
destroyed.
which means that they now have the ways to deal with a Marky. And so far, as good as Marky was in the first few minutes of the game, this time at 16 minutes, it's more difficult. Surely his contribution to team fights is still very good. The wave clear is still there. The damage, the burst is there. But then again, it's already being answered by Blacklist International.
Let's see right now, Blacklist International going in and zoning away the
Blue team
members
turret
from
has
the side
been
of ONIC.
destroyed.
BH should take the turrets down. In the mid lane as well, Boloyski, he's there, but you know, he's just tanking up damage. He's just trying to be a nuisance, but the damage is just simply too much from the side of Blacklist. Look at how they're able to control the map here. They take 2 waves for the price of 1 in that bottom side. Let it be.
Yep, prime positioning for Marky though. Despite the rocky and turbulent past couple of team fights, he still knows his job. And right now, he put his foot on the clutch, changed gears, and it says that now they're playing a defensive game. Hatred, he's changed from being an assassin into a split pusher, and he's trying to find this free kill onto Edward. It's 3v1, no 4v1, but here comes the rest of Blacklist. They're gonna
the
go ahead and
train.
collapse. Look at the switch up. It's Marky now caught in no man's land. Oheb gets him, and that's 1 down for the side of ONIC PH. 4 defenders versus 5. They're looking to siege. They're looking to get more inhibitors.
Oh man, you gotta have to be amazed how Blacklist International is just baiting ONIC PH so many times. Hatred wants to go for a play, maybe onto Haji this
Oh,
time.
he's gonna get it.
Is he gonna get it? Is he actually looking to get it?
Hatred, where are you going?
Patience
He
from
has
Hatred.
free entry. There's a Numenon Blast. They
Blue
are going to
team
take
base
this
turret has
inhibitor
been destroyed.
yet again.
Red team
Oh,
hero
Edward
has
goes
been
down, maybe a
slain.
little too forward. Hatred? No.
Patience from Hatred.
Not here.
They feel like they don't have enough damage, and honestly, I do understand. Marky was taken down. Without Marky, it's only Kyrie that can really go and deal damage. But if you look at the compositions, do you really want that Isun Shin to dash forward? Exactly. It's not going to be an option whatsoever. So very, very good patient play coming in. Even though it might have looked like a good play in the grander, it's just not gonna work. It's not gonna work, honestly.
You have to be careful if you're ONIC.
Oh, wait! Den is
Wow.
welcome. Purified here, let go. Answer back by Marky. Feathered airstrike, down goes Oh My Venus, popping the immortality. Kyrie taken down by Wise. There's a 3-man stun with the Numenor Blast. And the flame shot down south, buying Baloyski 1 kill. Could there be another backwards entropy? Here comes Edward dancing around. Wise still trying to fight against his Uranus, still has an immortality. He's getting blasted
Haji
here
is
by
here.
Farsa. Here comes Haji. Oh, who's his spot? Oh, this is
Lord.
odd.
This is Lord.
Backline took too much. That's a 2-for-1, and eventually, yes, should convert into a Lord.
Yeah, it looked really good for ONIC PH, but you gotta remember that it was the jungler traded for Venus, alright? Venus is only a roamer in this game. He's only died 2 times. It's not going to be that huge factor that can turn around the game, especially in this 19-minute mark. ONIC PH, they might have bit too much than they could chew right now.
I agree. And now they're trying to split the map, but with more heroes in favoring Blacklist International, might be good. Marky going for the steal, will not get it.
Not gonna happen. They tried it with the Ionic Edge as well. Here comes Hatred, catches a blast from Haji and Oheb as well. Nice jump in by Edward, not gonna find any contact. Just like that, Blacklist International scores a Lord and is back to doing damage control on the map. It's relatively blue, so at least ONIC has done good on that front.
4,000 gold lead for Blacklist, and they're going to be able to push in more here. Again, 2 inhibitor turrets taken away. That is 2 constantly pushing waves. They can build it up with the Lord as well. Look at the bottom side, slow pushing. Mid lane as well. Top side can just do that, and this might just be the end of the game. This is most probably going to be the final fight either way.
That's 20 minutes. You have to be careful if you're Marky. You're the only wave clear, the guaranteed wave clear from ONIC PH, and
He's already used it.
he's already used it. That is true.
He's gonna have maybe one more by the end. Delarski though, look at the burst on the side of Blacklist. Doesn't get caught by the Renner. Here comes Wise spacing out Baloyski. And there's the damage from Oheb. Entropy already in tow. Delarski putting up a perimeter. The only hope left for the PL. Marky with a feathered airstrike. Gonna stave the Lord here this time around, but they will lose top lane inhibitor.
There's a lot of minions
it's
still.
not over, they're still going. Look at how low Delarski is popping him with immortality. There's an open blast stun onto 3. There's an immortality
But
pop.
the base,
Kyrie
the
gonna
base!
go down. It was all about the base. Blacklist International able to score 3-0. What's happening?
Point.
Oh my goodness, and the punish was there. Blacklist International, they started this game strong. They're the lineup with the better scaling, but with two... No will have a problem with this Natalia as well as the Farsa in the early stages. But come the late game, this double marksman setup again from Blacklist International is going to be very scary for ONIC PH. For them to still have a shot at the championship, they need to win the early game badly against this team. And that's the only option. Match point for Blacklist International, they are going to rely with what works. The double marksman setup, the scaling setup. Eventually, they are going to outfarm the side of ONIC PH. And ONIC PH needs to stop that so badly.
If anything, we've seen ONIC PH come back from worse. They have played out of their minds and bought a sweep against some of the best in the game. But right now, it all comes down to this. The road to recovery, or are we going to be crowning another Filipino world champion after this game? Let's go into game number 4, Blacklist International versus ONIC PH. For all of the accolades that they've won, Blacklist have yet to win on the international stage. This might be it.
This might be it there. This is the closest they've been, man. Match point in this moment right now as Baloyski will be the one using the Natalia.
My goodness, I just want to point this out. Lane configuration solution again from Blacklist International. They are going to put this Beatrix against a melee hero in the XP lane and then have Edward muscle it out against Marky in that gold lane. This prevents the Beatrix versus Farsa matchup that is heavily Farsa-sided. Nice adjustment coming out from Blacklist International.
Absolutely, but now it's going to be the question whether or not Baloyski will be able to get inside of the enemy jungle. Look at him. Haji just does so well opening up the map, and Wise, this is something that you need. Oh, wait a minute, Venus.
Looking low, that's Baloyski jumping in, taking a few turret hits. Venus survives with a sliver of health. Oh, flicker in. Oh, gonna use a concussive blast, draws first blood onto the Natalia. Haji scores it.
This is the thing. You know, that's what I wanted to point out here. Will this Natalia have a good impact in the game, right? Because sure, so far we have seen Natalia still sitting at a 100% win rate back in the upper brackets, but going up against Blacklist International, a team who really likes to stick together, this Natalia will have a very, you know, mediocre effect, I feel like.
And already Wise is rotating into a Marky's lane. Haji holding it strong in mid with Oh My Venus. That's a good question to ask because when your back is against the ropes here, you really need to play something that's out of your pocket, that's very uncanny. Try to shock your opponent. And speaking of shocking, I don't know if hatred on Rafaela is something that I like.
Yeah, and the thing is, one thing I do want to add to it is that they're not going to have mid-pressure any time in this match. It's going to be really hard, but look, another fight.
Oh, Holy Baptism catches Oh My Venus. The answer, Circling Eagle. Oheb gonna go ahead and blast Hatred as he's knocked up by Haji. That's a free kill for Blacklist International as they open up this turtle. Scored by Oheb. That's gonna be Detna's welcome onto Haji. Delarski gonna retreat. Oheb spots one. Baloyski, very difficult for this Natalia to penetrate.
This is not good. Wolf.
Definitely not good. The lanes are not looking good for ONIC PH. And the fact that they have lost that first turtle fight, I mean, that's not good at all. And now they have had a move on the bottom lane. This lane adjustment coming up from Blacklist International, putting Oheb in the XP lane for a winning matchup. This is just way too good of an adjustment from Blacklist International.
Yep.
Oh my god, this is honestly just so frustrating to watch. Boloyski going in onto Haji.
Oh, a lot of damage placed onto the Cho.
Yep.
But here comes Venus. Backing them up.
Wait a minute.
3v2 Circling Eagle onto Kyrie, drawing Venus underneath the turret. Holy Baptism places down the Queen, but not enough to finish. Edward gonna punch Hatred down a third of his health. That's gonna be the Matilda surviving. Let's look at the items.
Okay, first of all, how does Venus just keep on going, getting out? Wait, Edward going onto Marky.
Oh, gonna be fine. Wings by wings out.
Yes, Wolf, items.
So, interestingly, Baloyski, this is a double roam setup for ONIC PH. Look at this. And eventually, Blacklist International will just naturally get ahead of the gold. And
Yeah.
this is a weird decision.
It's terrifying.
From ONIC PH.
It's a terrifying interaction of two things that shouldn't be on the same map.
Okay, not...
I have no idea what's going on here. Blacklist, they've taken control out of nowhere.
2K ahead, 4 minutes.
Yeah.
Wolf is still trying to figure out
Same.
what exactly is happening. This is shades of ONIC PH from Season 4 in the MPL Philippines, but it's not quite working out. Double roam. Look at this. Boloysi gonna jump down onto Oheb. He's gonna roll out. Marky sends out a few beams. They let go, and Haji just always on the response.
Oh, ONIC PH, they might have really overthought this game, and naturally, they're just not gonna keep up when it comes to the economy. I mean, obviously, you're gonna be funneling all of your gold into your cores, but your mid lane as well as your roam will really be lacking when it comes to the farm. Baloyski needs to get kills, and so far, in the first 5 minutes of the game, he's not getting a kill as the Natalia. And we were talking about how important it is to them to get the early stages of the game.
Yeah, but wait. Baloyski finds a flank alongside Hatred from the east. Turtle still up. Venus gonna be in the range of this feathered airstrike. It's gonna go over to Wise. B finally taken down by Marky. Oheb gonna clear this wave. Baloyski, he has a nice catch. It's gonna be a 3-on-1 collapse. Trying to get out of here. Haji knocks up one. Hatred in the air. Holy Healing gets out of here. Detna's welcome. Oh, Hatred gets taken down. It's a double kill for Oheb as Baloyski walks into the line of fire. That's gonna be a knockup on Haji. Wave the dragon into Marky as Edward knocks him out. Wise gets the kill. They're not done. They're gonna wail away at this turret. Delarski walks away.
Haji, what was that? He went in with... I am so confused as to what's happening in this game. It's a complete shutout.
This is a lot of fundamental mistakes coming out from ONIC PH, definitely. And Blacklist International just keeping up together. ONIC PH, you saw that they used the Detna's welcome to nothing. He canceled it immediately. Well, it was definitely outplay of Blacklist International, but the positioning from ONIC PH, they're not getting it. But let's see, they still have ways to fight this in the early stages.
Yep, Baloyski jumps on Oh My Venus, not shy to take this fight. The silence in that smoke. Venus already goes away with the flicker. An interesting comparison here. Look at how divergent these two strategies are. Blacklist International, their lineup has so much CC. ONIC PH, they're just trying to burst someone down.
Nope. And for the longest time, ONIC PH are trying to control the mid. I mean, that's their priority this time. They have lost it already. And this is, again, a scaling lineup with a 5K gold lead, almost 5K gold lead, I mean.
Yep. Not even 10 minutes in. Circling Eagle onto Baloyski. He was way too deep. No one to help him there. Can't help but just crumple.
Again, like I mentioned, man, you know, the Natalia has been a great pick against RRQ, against BTK. Why? Because BTK and RRQ, they like to brawl it out, and they actually like to split up the map a lot as well. But you're going up against the ultimate bonding experience. Blacklist International, they stick to each other, they play for each other, and I feel like the Natalia is just it's not gonna work here in this case, and I was right. 5,000 gold lead, the Natalia 0 and 3. And 0 KP right now.
Oh my goodness.
Well, there's one kill on the map. It was off of a very, very forward Venus, which is, by the way, rocking a mystery shop. So even more, this gold lead's gonna matter. Oheb now picking up the Demon Hunter sword. Even Dalarcy's gonna have to think twice.
Oh my goodness. And
The front lines it can't even take that much damage at this point.
We gotta have to give it to Blacklist International, though. They have been playing so well. I love the fact that they started with a good laning adjustment, and then eventually they used Wise earlier on than what you would expect from a Nathan. Maybe it's just ingrained into Wise and how he's able to farm fluidly, then eventually go for the kills.
Oh, Detna's welcome. Haji's gonna go into the belly. This might actually be a punish. Marky fires off the feathered airstrike. It's gonna be a free kill, but might actually be dangerous. Does not force the Renner.
At this point, Oheb is actually so strong with Demon Hunter Sword, and with Nibiru just attacking so many times at 6 in succession, it just means that this Demon Hunter Sword is gonna make it so difficult for this Barats to tank up.
Also, the Blade of Despair. Oheb is swimming in it. He's eating good. And right now, Oheb caught out. Baloyski finally gets one. And there's the feathered airstrike. Gets another double kill for this Natalia. ONIC PH showing signs of life.
Finally on the board. That was great by ONIC Philippines, noticing that Blacklist are overextending without the help of Haji. They instantly capitalize on that fact and punish Blacklist.
Long way to go for ONIC PH, but that is amazing fight. Eduardo trying to make a play. Will now find it. The next problems that Blacklist International can force against ONIC PH is this Nathan. So far, he is 1-0 and 2. When he gets his third item, he's gonna hit very hard, and it kind of will make Baloyski think about whether the Nathan should be jumped on or the Beatrix, right? So two problems. Then again, they still have the ways to kill him.
They don't. They really don't right now.
Oh, look at the catch on the Oheb. The favor keeping him alive via Oh My Venus, and yet they're still pushing. They're still putting pressure on the map. There's a little bit of breathing room that Kyrie bought up there. First tier turret taken down up top. Oh, but off camera, we just missed it. Wise blasting Marky. It's not gonna be a good look for this Farsa. Aggressive entropy plays, and now Baloyski, he's running for his life. Can he go for the greed ghost step one more time? They're not even gonna chase him. Taking down the tier 2 down bottom.
Tier 2 down bottom and in that mid lane. This is just good setup for the Lord. They might even just wait for the enhanced to come in, 12 minutes, and then go for the end. At this point, again, sure, ONIC Philippines showing signs of life with that play, but it's just still controlled completely by Blacklist. They've only dropped one turret.
Yep. Brute Force Breastplate picked up by Oheb. Make sure that he's not going to be one-shot by a lone Natalia. If it will be Natalia plus Farsa, maybe they'll get the kill, but again, might not be enough.
What's Edward doing? Diving in the 3, still survives, expending that flicker. Interesting maneuver there. Both teams kind of just like, let him go.
Yep, I think that Edward wants to kind of stop this push in the bottom lane. Was actually successful in doing so. Now, Athena Shield coming over to Blacklist International. More problems for ONIC PH. Love the fact that Wise also picked that up. Make sure that he will not be one-shot again with this combo.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, he overstays. Maybe in the late game where the Dire Hit is maximum when it comes to stacks, it could be good.
Not good for Wise, but instead he bursts down Marky. Still alive, killing spree, popping on that Nathan, keeping him alive. And the pincer maneuver neutralized there. Instead, a free 1-for-none pickoff.
This is insane by
No
Blacklist.
Farsa for the defense.
Yeah.
Suffocation, no high ground.
Well, they already tried with the Mount Shocker. Here comes Wise from the north. Waloyski, they know. Exclamation point in tow. That's going to be Detna's welcome. Cancelled. Nibiru's passion blasting away at the remaining members of ONIC PH. Top lane inhibitor going to go as well. Lord successfully taken down. But look at Wise putting a few beats on Dolarski. Waloyski jumping onto this 5-man. There's the knockup. There's a takedown. Edward gets a stack on his Festival of Blood. And Marky uses the Feathered Airstrike just to clear this wave.
They're not even stopping at this point. They're just going to keep on going here. Bottom side turret is going to be next. Edward jumps in. Oh!
And he's going to pay the price. Hatred shuts him down. Venus uses the flicker to get out. ONIC PH wants to hold on to this inhibitor down bottom.
And this is really just some mistakes from Blacklist International that allows ONIC PH to get a kill. At this point, it's really just up to Blacklist International whether or not they're going to be losing those sieges. Because if you look at their composition, this Beatrix is going to be a big problem for ONIC PH to defend against. The solution that they have is this gold lane Farsa, already up with the Winter Truncheon, still way below his gold lane counterpart, which is Oheb with 9,500 gold. He needs his next item, maybe get the crystal on top of the Winter Truncheon so that at least they'll be posing a kill threat. However, at this point, they need to focus on minions.
Yeah, Baloyski might have been caught out here. Edward knows that there is a stealthy assassin afoot. Okay, this is just fancy footwork from Baloyski. Nibiru's passion into that lone bush, and he finds his target. Venus lands the Circle Eagle. Into that smog, and yet they still get the pick off.
I am lost for words right now. 7,000 gold lead, 8,000 gold lead right now as Blacklist completely control the map. They're not even pushing in these minions. They're just saving it. Haji going in for the way the dragon.
Holy Baptism set in by Hatred for the counter initiate. This is 4 members. There's the Retribution slowing down Hatred. They're going to blast this Dino back into
Edward?
the Ice Age, and that's Edward getting out of dodge. Interestingly, how long Dilarski survived, and only then does he die.
Okay.
Finally, Kyrie gets one on at the Edward.
But he's gonna be trapped.
Too deep, and there's 3v1. Mount Shock into the face, circling Eagle, taking him down. Oh, he blasts him into oblivion as Baloyski is also going to be the same. But Nathan's still alive.
Wise!
Off of that, OM dashing forward. Hatred the only one left. We're about to crown another world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, Blacklist International have done it. This is going to be a 4-0 sweep.
A complete shutout for Blacklist International as they shut down the dreams of ONIC Philippines. Ladies and gentlemen, your M3 World Champions, Blacklist International.
No more international curse for Blacklist International as